This is the long name. It's the Canyon CF SLX Ultimate Disc. I think the order's right. More or less that's what it is. It's a Canyon bike. A big part of the deal of the Canyon is that it is a home delivery model, and the box is something that they talked about a lot at the launch. In other words, it comes in a way that's structured so that the customer can put it together without too much fuss. I can testify the first time I built one, it was very easy. I think I did it before the first beer was finished. And I just thought we'd document the process for round 2. This is a disc brake version, the equivalent of what we've tested before. Anyway, let's have a look inside and see how easy it is. We're going to get a time lapse going on this. This time I won't open a beer. Okay, just for the record, I just want to show that we're going to hit the timer now, and we'll report on how long it takes. It just comes with all the elements considered. So we've got seat post, no fuss there. The seat is already attached. That's not just a demo situation, that's how they come from the factory. But very neat, little spongy things. And now I'm just going to remove them. And got a second one down here. And I want to be clear, I haven't rehearsed this. I haven't looked at it before. We literally got it from DHL. There we go. That's the disc. It's the first sighting I've had of the Mavic Cosmics with discs. And I have to say I'm already sold on the idea. They look fantastic. Just lean that over there. Other one, this was just to protect the down tube from the seat post, which was fastened earlier. Funny thing about the launch was that the engineers talked a lot about the bikes, but they were also particularly proud of the way that they did their packaging, and I can understand why. There is an Australian office of Canyon, but the bikes that you buy, if you're an Australian customer, will be shipped direct from Europe. In 2017, Canyon's going to launch in the United States, so that's going to be a big deal. They haven't done it up until now because they didn't know if they could basically furnish the stock. Anyway, onward with the build. Okay. That's pretty much disassembled it, so we're ready to go. We're going to have to unpack the other box, and there's a little torque wrench in there from memory, and we'll see if that's changed at all for the disc version, but we're ready to go. We've got a custom bar and stem combo. That's ordered in your size, and you spec that on the order sheet online. For the purpose of the unveiling, it's also just worth noticing that they've popped the through axle in, so we're not damaging the wheel. And I'll put that in obviously the correct way in a sec. Inside we have one torque wrench, a very basic arrangement. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I've used it before. It does the job, but basically you see the torque setting goes, but as you twist it and you read on the plastic dial what tension you're meant to be at. A bunch of different tools. Then inside, just a good old-fashioned Allen key. And then all your sundry items. So I'm assuming there will be a bell, because it is Australian. It's a very nice little laundry bag, actually. This is the Shimano Di2 charger. I've used one of these before. I have to say it's probably one of the worst USB ports that I've ever used. Totally unreliable. You have to sit there and fidget and make sure that the cable doesn't move once you've got it plugged in. More cabling because it is the modern world. That's the second component of the Di2 charger. We've got these little widgets just to put the junction box on the stem. They're probably one of the uglier things that come out that are on very expensive bikes, but they do the job and they're actually pretty easy to fit. And oh, awesome, nice and safe. We've got the reflectors, which we'll throw away. Okay, that's the final part of the unpacking. Here we have a book. It's a manual. Some say that you read these when you're putting items together, instructions. Never been big on that. So I'll just put that over there and I'm going to wing it. And we'll start building. I guess I was whinging about this tool, it's not too bad. It's actually pretty easy to use, to be honest, but there are a lot of lovely Allen keys and torque wrenches out there. We've got a set from Silka which we have invested in, and all the mechanics who come to the workshop basically gush about them, but I'm no mechanic, and I guess that's why I'm doing this piece to camera, because I usually get other people to build the bikes that we test on the magazine. But for the purpose of this, we're trying to show that some sort of layman, much like me, can put a bike together with a minimum of fuss. But that's a little plastic cap, and behind that is the seat post bolt. And it's not easy to access, so I'm going to use a standard tool just to loosen it off, just finger tight. I don't know where we're at with the timer, but it feels like about 10 minutes with all of my gibber. And I'm not even looking to see if it's aligned, because I know, because I can feel it, there's a little dipper in there, and it basically makes this non-round top cap. I'm going to come in and hopefully the camera will fix on that. But you see it's a little ovalised. So I know that that's pointing straight. We're almost done, to be honest. Hasn't got pedals. We'll chuck some of our workshop ones in. We've got a selection upstairs. Sea freight. The little disc mount just fell out conveniently, and we're good to go with the through axle. So it all fits in really neatly. It couldn't be easier. We'll see where that's tensioned. So I'll just pop that one around there. I reckon that looks pretty good. And to be honest, I could put some pedals on this now, just check the charge, and I could go for a ride. So they say it's easy, and I have to agree. All I've got to do is go through things with the torque wrench, make sure the settings are right, and I could go racing. Okay, couple of points. Gears seem to be working, the battery's charged. Also, just to reference, it's a German company. It's sold in Australia, so she's come Australian standards. In other words, we've got the left for the rear brake, right for the front brake. Bin cage is already on, good to go. Pretty impressed with that. We're going to put that in the studio, and Lachlan's going to take it up to the workshop and strip it, and we'll start all of that again the complicated way. Thanks for listening. Thanks very much, Canyon. We look forward to going for a bike ride. Beginning to end with a whole lot of gibberish, and we're under 15 minutes. I've been known to drink a beer a lot faster than that. Anyway, I'm pretty impressed. We'll see how it goes on the road. Thanks for listening.